Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Shinrin Yoku, and Yurt Life, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Monday, March 11th, 8 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. According to NOAA, we've got a coronal mass ejection headed our way from that impulsive solar flare yesterday, and it will be making impact with Earth potentially on the 13th. Keep calm. It's boom time. Robust, severe storms to spark flooding concerns and travel delays late in the week. AccuWeather meteorologists warn that the dangerous setup can unfold later this week across the central and southern U.S., which will bring the threat of large hail, strong winds, and flooding downpours, and even a few tornadoes. The full forecast in just a moment. Drone video here showing coastal New Hampshire town flooded by seawater for a second time this year. And we're looking at Hampton Beach and some major coastal flooding. Let's take a look. Clearly the road's underwater there. And in coastal towns like this, they are prepared for flooding, as it can be a normal activity. Here we see some exceptional flooding in this town. Take a look. Everything underwater. Amazing. So Hampton Beach, New Hampshire was flooded by the ocean for the second time this year on Sunday as a powerful storm pushed seawater ashore. And our hearts and prayers go out to those affected. As the biggest snowstorm of the season may be headed for Denver, it may even be the biggest snowstorm in years. Winter weather is set to return for the Rockies this week. AccuWeather meteorologists also warn the snow may cause travel woes for the region, and the depths of snow for the Four Corners are looking epic. Forecasters expect the Colorado Rockies to be the site of another helping of the global warming goodness this week, with the potential for winter weather and blizzard conditions to snarl traffic. And that just happened in the Northeast. A backcountry skier dies on a day of accidents on New Hampshire's unforgiving Mount Washington. Do you see this bowl back here? It's called Tuckerman's Ravine. Very familiar with it. A number of people fell off the cliff to the bottom, and obviously one of them died. So if you don't know what you're doing in the backcountry, well, you'll die in the backcountry. Here are the snowfall totals for New England over the last 48 hours. Hours of powers for Vermont, with huge swath of a foot or more across the entire state. A foot or more also happening in New Hampshire, and large region of 8 inches or more for the Adirondacks. And more snow is coming. Critical fire weather across the plains this week. Unsettled weather pattern in the Pacific Northwest. Warm, dry, and gusty winds have led to critical fire weather conditions across portions of the central and high southern plains today. Critical fire conditions will continue across the southern plains through the middle of the week, so heed the warning. Meanwhile, in the Pacific Northwest, a series of storms will keep valley rain and high elevation snow chances through the week. And a week it is. This is the severe weather threat that could pop up here late in the week, Thursday and into Friday. And so we're going to keep a close eye on that. But what you see there is the lingering snow for Four Corners. So heavy snow is going to be continuing to pound the west for days. Here's Tuesday, Wednesday. And then by Wednesday, it's going to be developing down here in the Four Corners Thursday. And then into Friday, it really bombs out down here where we could be seeing some ridiculously heavy snow totals. And you can see that right there. So let's walk it through. Here is Monday through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Snow for the Cascades all the way down the Sierras. Snow for almost all of the Rockies north of Arizona and New Mexico. Wednesday through Thursday and into Friday. And look at the heavy snow for the Four Corners region. Could see a little clipper move out here towards Wisconsin, and some snow for Michigan potentially. And as the models go forward, we could see a nor'easter early next week. They could bring some snow to Texas, as well as heavy snow for West Virginia. maybe even Philly. Seismic update. Biggest quake of the day, a 5.0 in Costa Rica. No other quakes of note. Quiet day worldwide. As we keep an eye on the Reykjanes Peninsula for the next phase of the eruption. A small jump in seismicity over the last 24 hours, nothing significant, and no eruption yet. But in the next few days, wait for the boom. Reventador volcano, vigorous explosions, showering the flanks with lava bombs today. Popo to 23,000, Fuego to 17, Sakurajima to 7,000 feet, Santa Guido to 15, Sabancaya puffing today, and that rounds out Nevado de Ruiz to 22. Space weather news, the sun is, well, at solar max and embarrassingly blank. Yep, that's the state of the sun. Looks more like solar minimum, and the activity is in the B range. But we did have an impulsive M flare the other day, and the WSA Enlil spiral has the model here. You can see that popping off on the 11th, and it will be making impact with Earth here on the 13th. Here's the radial velocity, not very significant, but we could see some geomagnetic activity on the 13th. Good news. The FDA to finally outlaw soda ingredient prohibited around the world. An ingredient that was once commonly used in citrus-flavored sodas to keep the tangy taste mixed throughout the beverage could finally be banned for good across the U.S., as it's banned across the world. Now, the FDA proposed in November to revoke the registration of a modified vegetable oil known as BVO in the wake of recent toxicology studies that make it difficult to support its ongoing use. They are trying to kill you. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video as we are shadow banned. We need your help to grow. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do. We love you. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.